Hi guys, hello, good evening. I'm Antra and thank you for joining me today to yet another session where we discuss with best-selling authors and other personalities from the literary market. Last week we had our live discussion session with Damayanti Vishwas, uh, the author of the best-selling thriller book You Beneath Your Skin. The recorded session is available on our IGTV in case you want to rewatch it or you have missed out watching it live. To be very honest, the last week's session turned out to be quite an inspirational one, and I'm so sure that by the end of tonight's session, each one of us are going to be even more inspired, more motivated, and much more empowered, uh, because our guest tonight is one such personality who is dedicated to inspire and motivate and make an impact on people, especially women and girls who want to realize their dreams and their goals career wise. Um, our guest for tonight is, of course, a mom. She is a mom. She is a super successful entrepreneur. She is a keynote speaker. She is a fashionista. She is a mentor. She has worked as a professor for almost a decade, and the list goes on. She is a motivator. She is a philanthropist, and above all, she is the author of not one, not two, but 13 best-selling books. Isn't that crazy? So, yes, I'm going to send her a request to join me. But before that, I want to share that our guest's uh, latest book, Ball Gowns to Yoga Pants, uh, talks about all her entrepreneurial secrets to create a dream business and to establish a brand. Ladies and gentlemen, Shelly gets yay! I hope she is joining. I just sent out a request, and here she is. Hi, hello,
Hello.
Dr. Shelley.
Thank you so
I'm
much for
so
having me here.
happy to have you on our live discussion session tonight.
I'm delighted to be here. Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me on.
Thank you, and you look absolutely stunning as
Oh,
always.
thank you. Well, not always. Remember, sometimes I'm in my ball gowns and sometimes I'm in my yoga pants. So I have
Yoga
two
pants,
very
right?
different looks.
But I have been wondering, but you look amazing in your yoga pants as well, because I
Thank you.
have been seeing your photographs and I was like, oh gosh, she's so pretty. But
Thank you.
I would like to get into ball gowns to yoga pants and the fact that how amazing this book is, especially for budding entrepreneurs. I know this is your 13th book, and it was released somewhere in the month of April 2020. And I know that it's doing amazing. Like it's been only 4 months, and it's receiving rave reviews from all over the world. Like just we need to just go over to Amazon or Goodreads, and we see the fabulous reviews. And to be honest, I am aware of the funny story behind the interesting title of the book as well. And I'm so sure that some of the friends of mine who are watching us right now, they are also aware of it. And even if there are anyone who are not aware, then they just need to go and read the blurb and they'll understand what I'm trying to say. But what I'm more intrigued and interested to know is what made you finally decide that that's it, Shelley, no more secret keeping. I need to put all my trade secrets together and get out a book, get a book out to the world, publish a book. What made you decide this?
Well, definitely when I sat down to write Ball Gowns to Yoga Pants, one of the main reasons was that I had been doing keynoting around the world. And every time I would
Right.
do it, women in particular would come up to me and they would give me a big hug and they would say, you know, oh my gosh, you touched me with your words and I want to do what you're doing. How did you do it? And then there'd be a next person in line and I'd be like, oh, I want to tell you everything. And I couldn't tell him right then because it would take too long to pour all these
Right.
secrets. So what I did was I created Ball Gowns to Yoga Pants with my top 10 Dr. Shelley's Secrets to Success and all of the
Right.
research that went into it with the different, finding out how other multimillionaire women and men had created companies based on their passion and their purpose, from Sarah Blakely with Spanx to Debbie Fields with her cookie company, Mrs. Fields
Wow.
Cookies. So I looked at all of these people and I saw patterns, and I wanted to give that to the women of the world and other future entrepreneurs, so that they could work from home, which is huge right now. I mean, working from home is so big right now, but really do it in a way that's going to meet their personal needs so that they can create that company of their dreams and be really, truly successful.
That sounds amazing. And
Thank you.
I must add that your book is available on Amazon as well as all the leading e-commerce websites. So just need to log on to Amazon or any of the e-commerce website, and you'll be able to get her book. Dr. Shelley, you are the CEO of Inspiring Lives International,
Yes.
which leads the nonprofit, the Global Sisterhood, of which you are the president. And I must say that Global Sisterhood is doing phenomenal work all over the
Thank
world,
you.
especially in terms of uplifting women who want to pursue their dream careers or dream jobs. Could you please walk us through what was it like to bring this massive force of Global Sisterhood together, and when did it all happen?
Well, you know, it really started back. So I kind of have to take you back for this. I had a television show, Inspiring Lives with Dr. Shelley, on NBC Studios. And that was really awesome. I was bringing people
Right.
in from around the world, men and women. And then I actually went through a divorce, and I had a 3-year-old and a
Okay.
5-year-old at home. And I realized that I had to do that in a different way. I couldn't be producing a television show, being a full-time professor, and being a mommy to these little ones, and being a single mommy at the time. And I'm
Right.
actually recently remarried. But when I was doing that, I switched it to Empowering Women Radio, which was syndicated to 120 radio stations around the world. And while doing that, I created Common Threads, which was my
The
best-selling
trilogy.
trilogy. Yes,
Right.
exactly. And that is where we found inspiration, empowerment, and balance. And while I was interviewing these different incredible women, one of the women came to me before I even interviewed her, and she came to me from
Okay.
Pakistan. And
Wow.
she had listened to an interview that I had done through South Africa with these women these young women, these teenage girls that I had been doing their empowerment circles in South Africa at these academies. And she heard my interview with Hasina Patel there, who is the leader of that group. And she said, you know, you need to be the person to write my story. And I was like, oh, okay, I guess I could do that. So I wrote her story up. But while we were talking through Skype, through technology, she said to me, Dr. Shelley, do you know what you're doing here? And I said, no, what am I doing? And she said, you're creating a global sisterhood. Because I was connecting these women literally around the world with their
Right.
missions and their purposes and networking them up so that we could all help and support each other. And that's where it began. And then it formed into a nonprofit wherein every month we are pouring money and funds and volunteer work into different charitable organizations and charity partnerships around the globe. And one of the ones that I'm really super proud of right now is in Tanzania, in Africa. And we have created the Global Sisterhood Entrepreneurial and Business Center for women there. And they have a building, and they're really just out there making a difference, teaching the women how to create the clothing and the accessories, and they're actually being sold here in America. So they're being sent from there, sent here to America. The funds are then being sent back to the villages there in Africa, and it's really creating a sustainable income for these women, which is a beautiful blessing.
Right. This is amazing.
Thank you.
And I am also aware, and I would also like to add that Global Sisterhood's official magazine, Inspiring Lives magazine, is now available online and for absolutely free.
Yes, I love that.
And yes, absolutely. I've signed up for that, and not because it's free, but we would have anyways. Who would want to give up on, in one-to-one interaction with you? So I've signed up, and if there is anyone else who would like to receive the e-copy of the magazine, then you need to visit www.inspiringlivesmagazine.com and just sign up to receive the magazine online free of cost. Do you have the printed copy as well?
Absolutely. We have so many of these beautiful, high gloss cover. That's Kim Alexis, the supermodel, and that's Aline Gruba, who is a disability advocate, and she is just doing fantastic work in Hollywood. And that is Wiz Khalifa's mom. So thank you. So they were. It was a fantastic, huge project to do that for four years and have them in all the Barnes & Noble bookstores across the country. So they were in 655 Barnes & Nobles across America. But when COVID hit, it became very clear that the Global Sisterhood really, they needed a voice, and we needed to be able to do it for free, and we needed to not have to worry about the advertising in it, because once you have advertisers that you're held accountable to, it changes up the content.
Exactly.
But we really wanted the voice of the Global Sisterhood and not to worry about the ins and outs of the funding.
So I think I'm adding this a bit late, but then I wanted to say the power of media when you took the reference of the Pakistani lady who got motivated listening to you, and that's absolutely brilliant, mind-blowing. I'm sure it brings joy to you to finally come to know your work, reaching out to so many people. I think I'm going to take it and I'm going to share it as much as possible, because I'm already convinced, and I'm already feeling for it, that we need to support more and more, women need to support more and more each other. And I'll do my bit for that.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you so much for doing such wonderful work. I also am a bit interested to know that you are the founder and editor-in-chief of this magazine, Inspiring Lives magazine. So what is that one major focus? What is your one major focus that you keep in mind while compiling one of the editions for this magazine?
It's a great question. So we are known worldwide as the magazine for empowering women. So men come to me all the time, can I write an article? Absolutely, you can write an article. That would be fantastic. It has to touch the hearts of our women readers. Okay, so that is the key. If the story is going to touch the hearts, if it's going to inspire my women readers, I'm all in. Let's make it happen. We no longer have to worry about the big dynamic spreads. So really we're focused in on that content. What's going to uplift our readers?
That's Beautiful. And Dr. Shelley, I'm going to take a moment and welcome all my friends, your friends who are watching us right now. Thank you so much for joining in. And I would also like to request the viewers, if you have any questions, any suggestions, or any comments for Dr. Shelley, don't forget to leave in the comments so that I can read those out and we can discuss them later towards the session. Um, Dr. Shelley, I know you have been a professor for almost a decade to the doctoral level, and
Yes.
this experience has inspired you to formulate the modules for your Empower You Masterclass. So I would like to know more about this Empower You Masterclass and who should enroll to it, and what does one expect to learn out of this masterclass?
It's a wonderful question. With the Empower You Masterclass, that really derived from the original research that I did for the trilogy, for
Okay.
the Common Threads trilogy, because there were so many women that were coming to me. And I mean, I'll be honest, I needed to know at that time when I was writing the trilogy and when I was doing the research, how do we find inspiration? How do we stay
Right.
empowered? How do we find that life balance? Because women that are high powered, that are out there, they're working, they're crushing it, like you, you're constantly interviewing and writing and making it all happen. So you need to
Thanks
know.
so much.
Oh my gosh, of course. Yes. But so you need to know, how am I going to take care of myself? How am I going to pour back into myself so that I don't burn out from all this work and that I can continue to give back? So that really became a common thread throughout speaking with people, that then became the books, and then it became the Empower You Masterclass, to give real, true strategies so that women could find their way through this, navigate their way through this. How are they going to find the balance? But then also, how are they going to create a brand? I mean, obviously, like you know,
Right.
with me, I've got the books, I've got the, I'm doing my 24th magazine cover on Tuesday. I've got a huge brand here between Inspiring Lives and between the Dr. Shelley brand, because
Right.
we're all becoming personal brands right now as well. So I weave all of that in to my Empower You Masterclass, and we're going into our fourth cohort of that. Another thing that I do with the Empower You Masterclass is VIP one-on-ones, where I coach women one-on-one weekly, and they also get the 7-week proven curriculum. That has been amazing for people, particularly women that are just, they need someone to bounce all these amazing ideas off
Right.
of so that they can take them and make those dreams reality. They can really live in that dream and make it happen. So it's a wonderful course for anyone out there that's thinking, first of all, if you're thinking, oh my gosh, I'm really getting stressed out by all this work, and especially with COVID, some people, like, I've got my kiddos home all the time now, and I'm going to be homeschooling them again this year because I want to make sure that they're safe. So we have this whole new dynamic and a need for really keeping inspired, keeping on track with our lives, making sure that our brand is out there, making sure that we're creating something that not only makes an impact for a short Insta story, but leaves a legacy. And I think that's important.
Right. And how do one enroll to your Empower You Masterclass?
They can just go to shelleyhipsky.com, and they can go to Empower You is one of the different pages you can go on there. But feel free to look around. There's all kinds of projects that I'm working on all the time, and I would love for you to be a part of it.
Sure, sure. So what I think I'll do is, after our session ends, I'll compile this information and I'll share them on our Instagram storyboard so that any of my friends who are looking for this information, they can just have the broad level information on our storyboard, and then they can go over to your main website. So I
Wonderful.
think I'll do that. We can do that. So,
Excellent.
so hi to my friends again who are watching, and I can see Night Reader 28 has joined, and there are Chanel, TI's Book Review Club India, Fallacious has joined, and there are who are all saying hi to us. And I would like to repeat that if any one of my friends or who are watching us right now have any questions or any suggestions or any comments on anything, and you would like to share it with Dr. Shelly and me, then don't forget to leave a comment. I'll read that out. Dr. Shelly, what would be one tip that you would like to share with moms who are planning to start their maybe dream business or dream job with?
Oh, particularly with those mompreneurs, like that's my sweet spot since I've been doing this juggling act for so long now. I think that for moms, you have to set up a routine. I'm thinking about, like, my kids are right now, they're upstairs and they know that when I'm going live, I yell quiet on the set. So they know that they have to get quiet. They know that's their time to do whatever I set up for them to do, whether that be an activity or something along those lines. And they have to keep themselves occupied for however long we're going to do this. I remember back in the day, though, when I had little ones, and I had one that my little man, I was teaching, like, I don't know how many hundreds of people on a feed through an online summit. And he was so young and he was so cranky and he had a tantrum and everybody could hear.
Oh my God.
It was so embarrassing. But then I just, I got him calmed down, and then I came back on and I said, look, this is the reality of being a mompreneur. Those kids are there. Those kids are real. They are human. Just like we're human, we make mistakes. Our kids, they are real. So, and they're going to have their moments. So you have to know that, extend yourself some grace. Realize that it's not always going to be perfect. It's not always going to be smooth, but you are going to make it through, and you are going to create an authentic brand that people can relate to. Because if I wouldn't have gone through that, and I wouldn't have had all the things that are very real in my life, then people would probably think, oh, that's just that woman that's on the magazine covers, or that's, she's all like high and mighty. But they know that I'm a real person, that I go through ups and downs just like anybody else, and that I've gone down, but then I've gone back up, and I found my version of success. I think that's also a huge thing, is that we all need to realize that we have different versions of what is success.
Right.
Like, for you, how would you define success personally?
Yes, so when I was reading your book, so I also trying to relate and articulate. Yes, for me, success is, of course, happiness. Like,
Yes.
whatever I'm doing, there has to be content. I have to be content. Like, it doesn't matter whether it's it's bringing in revenue or not, but then I need to be satisfied. I need to be happy. Doesn't matter
Yes.
what it is. So yes, of course, and I totally agree with you. And there might be someone else for whom earning so and so figure is a success, or having a good car and a good house is the symbol of success. I totally get it from you, and I would say that I have not been able to complete the book, but I'm somewhere in there.
That's okay. That's okay. I can't wait to hear how you feel about it when you're done.
and and one time I think, like, gosh, I don't want the book to end, because it's so relating.
Yay.
And it's so assuring Like even when you said that the moms, I'm not married and I'm not a mom, but then I'm so sure that there are so many others who are watching us. They would relate to it and they will understand when you say that for moms who want to start their business, how important it is to be organized, and how important it is to take it easy on themselves.
Yes.
It's absolutely okay to not be perfect, and not, it might not work out the first couple of times, but then eventually, if you have a goal, if you have the focus, you will achieve it. And I truly agree with your statements and what you said right now, and that's really assuring to hear it again
Thank
tonight
you.
from you.
Thank you.
So, so Dr. Shelley, I think there is someone who is saying something. I'll just quickly go and check. Maybe that's relevant or not. I'll just check. Uh, okay, no, that's all right. So everyone is saying hi, and a big hi to all my friends and viewers who are watching us. Um, um, will there be a possible sneak peek? Will you be willing to share a sneak peek on your upcoming project or anything that you are working upon, or maybe something that you're writing these days?
Yes, absolutely. I'm working on right now. It's a lot of the promotion. It's a lot. I don't know if I should let the cat out of the bag on this one, but I am working with some amazing people to get the Empower You Masterclass out. I'm sure you know who they are. I'm sure you've heard of Tony Robbins, Dean Graziosi. So these are some people that I'm working with to get the Empower You Masterclass out to the masses so that so many more in particularly women can find that empowerment and balance. So that's been a real joy getting that all put together in the modules into the mastermind setup. So it's we've done a lot of pivoting, a lot of changing, and really truly the focus right now is on ball gowns to yoga pants and working with the Inspiring Lives magazine and the Global Sisterhood. We're working on more
Yes, of
donations on
course.
that because we have just been pouring into all these charities. Like this week, here locally, there was a woman who her restaurant had to close down for many months.
Because of the pandemic.
Exactly, because of the
Mhm.
pandemic. So instead of just closing down a restaurant and saying, you know, I can't do anything, what Jackie Page did was she said, I have a restaurant, I have all this food, I'm going to feed the kids that their parents just lost their jobs because of the pandemic. So for about a half a year, she has been feeding children on her own
Wow.
dime and not making money on her restaurant. So that is one of the things that the Global Sisterhood is honoring her work. She never asked for it. We just knew what she was doing and we're proud of her. And she's a sister in the Global Sisterhood, and we're taking her a check this week so that
This is
she.
mind blowing. Like,
Oh,
the
thank
work
you.
is, this is mind blowing.
Thank
I
you.
know there are so many people who are actually doing things which makes a lot of sense, but then they are doing it so quietly, and they need people like you to reach out and help them. And I'll try to do my bit, even if
Wonderful.
it will be just a drop in the ocean. But then I'll try to do
It's
my bit as much
beautiful.
as possible.
You will make a ripple with that, and that will turn into a wave, and it will be a wonderful
Wow.
thing. It'll be incredible. Oh, I appreciate that. Anyone that can help, we appreciate that so much with the Global Sisterhood. We do have a Facebook page for the Global Sisterhood. It is the Global Sisterhood 501c3. That's what
Okay.
in the States makes it a nonprofit and a charitable
Okay.
organization.
Okay. All right.
So
Mhm.
definitely make sure that you're in the Global Sisterhood
Yes,
501c3,
absolutely.
because then I can connect you up with these other women that need support and help, and we will
Sure.
support and help you as well.
Thank you so much. I am definitely in it, and I'll join the group, and I'll stay in touch with you. And
Beautiful.
I think we have some time left, so I just quickly wanted to know, what is one thing that you look for ball gowns to yoga pants? Like, what is one thing that you look for it, you aspire from this book?
Okay, so I have a huge goal. For me, like I'm obviously a goal setter. And we reached number one best-selling author in 3 different categories on Amazon, and that
Right.
was a beautiful thing. And we're international bestsellers, and I just won. Thank you. I won first place in business in the Author Zone Awards even before it came out in paperback. So that was from the Kindle version. We were able to achieve that. But my dream, my hope, my goal is to really reach one of the big bestseller lists. So that would be USA Today or the Wall Street Journal or, of course, the New York Times. And that's a high goal. I'm sure you know that. And it's even trickier for me as an author that can't go on those big television shows like Good Morning America or those type of things, or the Ellen Show, because they're not happening right now due to COVID. So
Right.
I really need people that are out there that are supporters and readers to get the book, to write the reviews, to be supporters, and I will appreciate it so much. I'd be so grateful. And I appreciate your time so much with this today. So thank you.
Thank you so much, and all my best wishes for ball gowns to yoga pants to inspiring lives, global sisterhood, of course, to you and your team. I'm so glad that you could take out your time and join me tonight. It was wonderful to have a chat with you, and I hope I look forward to having another chat with you very soon, because it seems like this one was not enough and we can go on.
Yes, absolutely. I would love that. I would love that. We will make a point to chat again soon.
Yes, yes, sure. That would be really great. So thank you, Dr. Shelley, and take care and have a good day.
Thank you.
Bye.
Do you mind if I say my sign off? Every show I've ever done, I say, and remember,
It's
inspiration is just a story away.
the inspiration is just a story away.
You got it.
Great.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much.
Take
Bye.
care.
Take care.
Bye-bye.